sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash that subscribe button, turn on the notification so you are notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I am saying a very big shout out to every one of you for all the love and support you all give me here. I am truly grateful. Thank you all so much. So I am so proud. I mean, this video you are about to see, I am sure that you will be very, very proud too. And it's about Jordan Pierre's full speech in Syracuse University commencement. I mean, I love the fact that he was able to export so many things from this speech. And during his speech, he was able to touch and expose the challenges Black people are facing. And he said that today, that it's more significant for him because he comes from a place where he has attended more funerals and court appearances than college graduation. And he talked about the racial slurs, the vandalism of the dorms Black people lived in. And he went further to talk about about white people holding themselves responsible and being accountable for the things they do to Black people, right? And he talked about how Black people are being lean and shamed in broad daylight in supermarkets and other open places. I mean, this young man brought so many things to light, and it was just a very great speech. And I don't know, I am seriously rooting for this young man. He also talked about how a young man like him, Jordan, who was laid and chained in broad daylight in New York. I mean, this young man brought everything to light. I mean, all the challenges Black people are facing, he totally brought them, he exposed everything. And you know what? Stay close to the screen. I am just going to roll this clip. We'll come back to talk about it. And I absolutely want to read all your comments. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. And straight up, I am rolling the clip.
Good afternoon, faculty, staff, students, and friends. My name is Jordan Pierre, and I'm currently a senior, majoring in broadcast and digital journalism with a minor in entrepreneurship and emerging enterprise. To be here today for me is much more than a ceremony. Today is much more significant because I come from a place where I've attended more funerals and court appearances than college graduations. To be here today is a barrier broken. I have my family in attendance today, and for many of them, this is the first time they have attended a college graduation. Earning the opportunity to walk across this stage required much more than just passing classes. For what makes this institution rigorous, at least for us Black and brown students, is not the curriculum, but what comes with being Black in the context of America while trying to uphold academic excellence. It's not the curriculum that makes this college experience rigorous. It's occupying academic buildings and being sent suspension letters for advocating for the creation of policies that will hold every student accountable for the racial slurs and vandalism of the dorms we Black students lived in. It's not the curriculum that makes these courses rigorous. It's bearing witness to your Black women friends having a focus on academia while learning they have been stripped of their agency to choose whether to give birth or not, despite having the highest mortality rate. It's not the curriculum that makes these courses rigorous. It's being a first-generation college student and not having the ability to call home to seek guidance on how to navigate the collegiate space, for you're the first to do so. It's not the curriculum that makes these courses rigorous. It's being a Black student in an educational system that justifies the admission of Black history through the use of the discomfort it causes our white counterparts when class discussions reveal the true history of theirs. It's not the curriculum that makes these courses rigorous. It's studying abroad in London while 10 elderly Black men and women are killed in Top supermarket just some miles away from here simply because they were Black. It's not the curriculum that makes these courses rigorous. It's having to work 3 jobs on campus to pay your rent and assist your parents in paying theirs. Some of us in this room understand firsthand that the scholarships and financial aid we earned were not just funding us as students, they were funding our household and a community. It's not the curriculum that makes these courses rigorous. It's looking at the news and seeing someone that looks like you with the same name, Jordan, being choked to death by a former Marine on a subway station and witnessing his mental health being used to justify his death. I say this all to emphasize the danger of a single narrative story, the danger of being left to formulate a preconceived notion of a community based on westernized media, and the danger of having a seat at the table to tell your own story. I often say that it's easy to dream, but it's hard to aspire to occupy a space that you have never seen someone that looks like you in. My presence here today will serve as proof to the next young black man or woman that despite what comes with being a black student at Syracuse University, it's possible to speak at the Newhouse graduation. There was a time when I did not know what a student marshal was until last year when I met a black woman named Adudu, a student marshal at the College of Engineering and Computer Science. There was a time when I did not believe I was going to be the President of the United States, which is what I will one day become, until I seen Barack Obama become the president. My presence today will stand as a symbol of inspiration for the black people who hear this speech will be able to see themselves in the position I am in and aspire to do the same. I challenge my fellow graduates who are not of color to be mindful and intentional with the stories that you share, normalize, and teach your children. For those stories are used to formulate a preconceived notion of who we are based on the narratives you teach and the environments you expose them to. I challenge my fellow brothers and sisters to also be intentional and thoughtful about the stereotypes we normalize and perpetuate amongst ourselves. James Baldwin once stated that if the world does it to you long enough and effectively enough, you begin to do it to yourself. You become an accomplice to your own murderers. We must ensure that we do not become that accomplice and use our platforms to empower one another. To Syracuse and to Newhouse, I challenge you all to take accountability for the trajectory the media has taken. It is not one we should be proud of. For if we take pride in being the #1 communication school, we must also take ownership of the leaders and content creators for the media we consume, especially as we produce those who are the head of the newsroom. So we are only a microcosm of what the world will become. I challenge us all here today to denounce the stereotypes we have of one another, for the problem with stereotypes is not that they are untrue, but incomplete. As the legendary Nipsey Hussle once stated, the marathon continues. But it's hard to aspire to occupy a space that you have never seen someone that looks like you in.
This struck a chord in me so profoundly. When I started real estate, I didn't know anyone that navigated this space successfully, man or woman, to the level where it would have me dream bigger than my imagination could take me. As a result, I made so many mistakes. One, I didn't have anyone that I can go to run ideas through. I paid for it financially and otherwise. And I'm still sometimes paying for it. So this butted an idea in me to start a community of women that are in real estate. Residential, development, architect, construction, small-time investors, big-time investors. I can mentor women that are thinking of doing those things in real estate. I know we have some serious heavy hitters, successful women doing this. It'd be nice to bring this community of people together. I'm excited. I literally don't know where I'm going to start, but I'm excited for it. So, I'm taking on another project, Jesus Christ. But I'm excited. It's good for the community. It's good for us. I love it.
Because I come from a place where I've attended more funerals and court appearances than college graduation.
Guys, you gotta go watch that speech. Literally, I just woke up. That's the first thing that I saw when I came on this app this morning. Gave me chills. That's like such an amazing college speech. This man is so intellectual, so smart, infectious smile. Captivating with his words, and he just touched on all of the serious, important things that are still continuing to affect people of color. And you would think that in 2023, things like this would not be talked about, and it has to be spoken about. And he did such an amazing job. Just go watch his speech.
Aspire to occupy a space that you have never seen someone that looks like you in.
Go watch the whole speech. Might hurt your feelings, but that's as real as it gets.
All right, this is all we got from the stitches, and you know what? I am saying congratulations to that young man. He is so eloquent. I love the fact that he used this opportunity to, like, open up so many evils that they have been doing to Black community and still doing to Black community. I love the fact that he used this platform real great. I mean, you all heard all he said, and he brought everything to light, the stereotyping and the rest of it. I mean, it's so sad that Black people in general really got to go through all these. I mean, not just in school, like every organizations, like, you see them like trying to, yeah, it's like obvious how hard they are working to, like, trying so hard to climb the bridges, right? But some people are the other side, one way or the other, always looking for a way to burn the bridge and the rest of it. So, I mean, this is just a very beautiful speech. I love the fact that he was able to expose so many things, because, man, a whole lot that has been going on and still going on to this very moment. And I am not saying racism is ever going to stop. Probably it's not. But I think self-education and awareness and them getting to know the truth, because it's been them hiding the truth. I mean, the real history among themselves or from themselves. I mean, hiding it so that they won't know the real history. So I think, first of all, they need to know the real history instead of stereotyping and the rest of it. You heard how he talked about Jordan, who was murdered in Metro. Why everybody were all watching, and the person that actually murdered him, you all know how it happened. He was rewarded, and they started to go run. They started to go fund him for him to be able to, like, navigate through. I mean, somebody that murdered, and he was called the hero. Why? Because he killed a Black man. I mean, I can't start saying what Black people or Black community, what they have been going through and the rest of it, but I am sure that you all know what I am talking about. This is where I am going to draw the curtain. I appreciate you all so much, and see you all in my next video. Bye for now.